morning all and welcome to another day at Fairfield, and today we are going to take Leggy to do his second ever advanced medium, and we are doing advanced medium 98, so it's the hardest of the advanced mediums, but in all fairness I found it okay doing it at home, but those are going to be my famous last words as I get it all wrong. So yeah, it's a lovely day today. We've got a lot of horses here at Fairfield at the moment because we've got a school in Livereen as well, so we've got like 8 horses. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, I think. We've got to be gone for 10 o'clock, so I'm going to go and fetch in the gang now, and then yeah, we'll crack on and get to work. I'm really looking forward to doing today's advanced medium test. I'm a little bit more confident than I was last time, just because I've already done one now and I kind of got an idea of what they're scoring him for the changes, but you never know, I might just be feeling overly confident today. But I am that kind of person, and then I get to do the test and then I don't get a good mark and I'm like, but I thought I did so well. Anyway, so that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna go and bring everybody in. Yeah, let's get ready. There's so many feeds now. This job seems to take me so long in the morning. Oh, feeding the 5,000. Okay, so sorry we missed the entry. It was just because everything started really quickly in there and Patrick didn't really have time to set up the camera. So I'm going to talk you through this test because now I've watched it back and actually had a chance to like watch it through. I see where a lot of my problems came. Anyway, to start with, I overwarmed him up big time. I completely just lost track of time. I got on him way too early, and by the time I actually got to do my test, as you can see, he just like lost his sparkle. He wasn't really going into the bridle. Yeah, so it wasn't until really now that I noticed how like much lack of energy he had in the trot. And actually what Leggy does is he not only like loses his energy, but he stops kind of concentrating on me. Anyway, I'm still going to talk you through the test. So here we're coming into our first half pass. His bend's all right, but again, he got really low marks for it just because he's not really travelling anywhere. There's no suspension in the trot, and we all know Leggy doesn't have loads of suspension in the trot anyway, but there definitely wasn't enough there. That was meant to be a medium trot, and now I look back at it, it was not really a medium trot. In fact, it wasn't really a normal trot. So yeah, I do get it. I get it now. So going on to another circle. Again, the sizing of this 8-meter circle wasn't bad, but you see he kind of stumbled a little bit. This arena was so hot as well. I just think he got to the point where it just like couldn't be bothered. Really, I think we both just got a bit sick of it at this point. And like I say, the heat in there was really warm. The shouldering was quite nice. He got an all right mark for that, but again, could be a little bit more. Could have a bit more zhazh, whatever that is. So coming down to my second half pass, I take his shoulders and head to where I want to go, and then I let the half pass travel over as well. Again, he didn't get a terrible mark for this, but he just like, you know, because he's not really travelling anywhere, he just couldn't get anything like above a 5.5. This is meant to be a medium trot, a bit better than the last one, but then he tripped up. So that's not good either. Then coming around the corner into my extended trot, you've got to go diagonal to diagonal. This actually wasn't terrible, but we all know he can do better than that. But again, he got I think he got a 6 for this, and he normally gets a 7 for his extended trots. Yeah, it's quite nice to actually watch it back and to realise why our mark was so low. But anyway, you'll see I have a rant at the end of this. But future Zara, which is me, understands why he got such a low mark. So the walk work wasn't bad. He always scores 7s for his walk. And even at this point, with him being a little bit behind my leg, he was fine. Extended walk, again, we didn't really have a problem with this. He overtracks nicely. Again, he tends to score well for his walk. But I always think at this point I really need to make my marks up, because I know he's got a good walk and I might not be able to get such high marks in the canter work because of the changes. So I kind of make a point of riding the walk well. Getting ready to do our first walk pirouette. Basically, you have to turn left, go to the other side of the school, and then commence in a walk pirouette. But again, normally these score really high, but just a little bit of lack of communication. Leggy thinks I want to canter, so he does a little jig. There you go. And then he goes back into doing a nice walk pirouette. But again, that was lost rhythm. Normally he scores 7.5s for those, sometimes an 8. But again, I just kind of messed it up a little bit there. So going into my second walk pirouette, he does this nice, scores 7 for it. Yeah, very good. And then we carry on in collected walk, ready to turn right at the bottom. And he, again, scored well for his collected walk. And he also got a 7 for his canter transition, which he does at C. There you go. That was nice. And then we go into our extended canter across the lung side. He can do better than that. Scored very averagely. Tail swishing a bit. He was like a bit like, ugh. And I was like, Leggy, mate, I need you to wake up a bit and come with me, because I need to get a nice canter to get these changes now. Now, I could have made him sit a bit more in the canter, but I just like, at this point, I just felt like he wasn't on my leg aid so much. But we got the first flying change, which was fine. Okay, his head threw up a little bit, but that's not bad. Come into the second flying change on the serpentine. He does his silly leg thing, but that's not terrible. And then coming into his third flying change, he actually did this one without me. So I never asked for the change, and he just did it on his own. And then I was like, oh, bugger. Now I can't ride him. Spook's in the corner, and now I've completely lost control. Come to do my first half pass, and this is where the first disaster strikes, and he starts to buck. Up, up, come on, do half pass. No, no, no. So I literally just had to start again. There was no point in me carrying on in the canter. So then, luckily, I managed to get my canter half pass straight back. But he scored a 1 for that. And then we do the change. That wasn't terrible, but not great either. He got a 6 for the change, but he scored a 1 for the half pass. Second half pass. I didn't think this was that bad. But he's running on the forehand a bit, and he's not keeping the bend through his body. You've got to do the half pass right across the school. And I think we lost a bit of balance in the change. Yep. So he's just like throwing himself around a little bit. But he did do the change. And then we come in to do the extended canter. And I managed to push him forward, which is fine. But then I struggled to get him back at the end, meaning that we are going to have a bad change. And word be told you, a bad change. Getting ready to come back down the centre line and back into, you go straight into an extended trot with this one down to the end. The extended trot this time wasn't so bad because he was a bit more lively. But yeah, not great. Not terrible, I suppose, but not great. not bad at all. And you can't hear me now because I'm talking, but I actually said, well done, you naughty boy. But anyway, we live and learn, don't we? And I realise now why it was a low scoring test. But anyway, look forward to hearing my rant shortly. And it was on the third flying change I knew I had lost control of my pony. Okay, so let's have some real talk, because aren't these what my vlogs are all about? Now, normally after having a shitty score like that, most people wouldn't like to tell the world about it, but I am going to tell the world about it because my vlogs are meant to be very real, and even on the crappier days, I'm meant to tell you about it. So anyway, let me say what I thought of the test. First of all, I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was as bad as the mark made it out to be. Okay, I made some mistakes, but where I actually thought I was going to get the low marks, I didn't. So I originally thought basically that he would have got a low score for his changes because I didn't think they were very good today. He warmed up loads better than what he did in the test. I had my issue of him taking over, which I knew about, so I was a bit like, okay, maybe I thought the trot work was all right though. However, we've just had one of those days with one of those judges that doesn't like him very much. So basically the test from beginning to end was lots of 5s saying no expression. No expression, no cadence, needs to be more engaged, needs to be more over his back, needs to be da, 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 da. And as we know, Leggy is an Irish draft cross. He doesn't have a big elastic trot. He doesn't have that. So some of the days when I get marks like this, where I feel he's getting marked a lot on his trot, I feel a bit like, well, I don't think I could do much better in his trot because he doesn't have a massive trot. He doesn't move like a warm blood. So yeah, I got a 5.5 for a circle. A circle. I mean, I don't think it deserved a 5.5. And it basically just said accurate size, no expression. So, and again, I can get him to trot bigger than that, but because I'm so new to this level, I don't like to push the trot too much because it distracts me too much from everything else. So I do know where to go from here. I'm not that bothered about his mark because part of me is just kind of shunting it off and saying, well, some judges just don't like him. I do know there was mistakes, and I know there's stuff I've got to work on, and I know we can score better than that, but at the same time I'm a bit like, it was just one of those days. Doesn't have a big trot, does he? So yeah, anyway, doesn't matter, moving on. So next week we are going to Leonie's. The week after that we are doing 2 advanced medium tests at King's Equestrian. Now that's exciting because I've never ever been there before. Yeah, I'm still going to keep just powering through these advanced mediums. 98 today was the hardest of them all, and I got through it, and I know he took over a bit, but I got through it. So yeah, and hey, I am having a go. So at least I'm giving it a go at this level on my non-dressage horse. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to going to King's. I'm going to do a lot of practicing this week on not so much his changes because I think they'll just come in time. I know they're still green, but I'm going to do a lot on like his half passes and trying to get those a little bit steeper for the advanced work. So yeah, anyway, there you go. Here's my real world vlogging showing you the bad days as well as the good days. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing not getting the best stuff. Oh, and I pointed at my 1. I did deserve that 1, to be fair, because he did like tempi changes down a diagonal line when was meant to be doing a half pass. Anyway, so yeah, so that's that. I look forward to putting out the next video, which will be probably a vlog from Leonie's, and then like I say, after that we got King's. Anyway, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you have a nice comment to say, leave it in the box below. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up for me and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So I will see you for the next one.